try this again. Hey guys, Rivet here. Oh my god, what a day. So, I know I promised you guys last week that I was going to be trying to do some Poutine today, or this week, but I have to admit, things are not going according to plan. Not even close. Today is Tuesday, and it is currently 32 to 34 degrees centigrade out. With full sun, apparently. Feels like 40 some odd degrees. It's hot. Stupid hot. But still, I decided I was going to go out and get Poutine today. So, I tried this yesterday. It was only 28 degrees. It's still too hot. So, the original place that I wanted to go to, because of COVID, they've kind of changed how they do things. And I just didn't like it. I didn't like how it looked or anything. So, I just skedaddled. I went in, they had it was a big line. You could see where they could cook stuff. It was really fun to watch them make stuff. I like watching cooks in action. Kind of my thing. Having a background in the industry, I enjoy it. So to have them have like open kitchen, I enjoyed it. I understand why they put plywood over and barricaded it all off. No issues with that. They had this little tiny window that you had to order from. The menu was up on some TV screens, and the prices were all had pieces of tape over top of them, so you couldn't tell how much things were. It just looked kind of sketchy. Didn't look comfortable, didn't look inviting, and there was absolutely nobody in there. Like, there was no patrons at all, which is a good thing for me in some ways, because like with the current crisis, I'm like, I don't want to go near people. But also because of the current crisis, there's nobody there. There's a good reason for it. So I was like, yeah, I'm done. So I skedaddled. I called that one, and I went off and did all my errands yesterday. All of the running around that I usually do, I did that. Today, I got up, bound and determined to do this today. Found another Poutine place, which is a little bit further away. Again, not a bad deal, not so bad, good reviews. I go in, and it just looks like a bar. Like, it's not like a restaurant. Like, it had a gripping huge bar. Not my style. But I also I realized that I'm not comfortable yet. I'm just not comfortable in the current climate to go into a restaurant and order food. I don't like sitting down even on a good day. So I just said to hell with it. I didn't go in. Like, I went in, got a menu, and left. I might order it to go. I might get it delivered. I'll see. But as for going into a restaurant and ordering stuff, I'm just putting all that on hold. That streams and stuff down the road. I'm not doing it today. Went to the dollar store. I ran. I'm a bit of an idiot at times, you guys can probably tell. New sunglasses came in. New headphones came in. These are the Anker Soundcore S10s, I think they're called. They were like $50. Not an expensive wireless headphone. But oh baby, the sound on them is good. They don't do noise canceling, but they don't need to because they just cover my ears so well that I can't hear squat when they're on, which is great. But the bass, oh man, the bass is so good. I do enjoy the bass a lot, so I'm enjoying those. And of course, my sunglasses that I've been rocking for years. Funny enough, these ones are polarized. So when I look at windows, they look weird. And to add to the ensemble today, my old backpack is back. My small one, because I wasn't planning on getting much today. If anything, I wasn't planning on getting anything at all. But I left the house without hand sanitizer because I was an idiot. So I ended up stopping at the dollar store to get more hand sanitizer. Never hurts to have another one back up for my backpack. Little pump thing, no big deal. Ended up getting a bunch of cooking supplies, stuff I wanted to do for starting off the cooking part of my channel stuff. So I'm like, okay, measuring cups, is simple stuff. Nothing of any great importance, but I got that. And so now I'm wandering back home. And it is so bloody hot. But fun little thing that has happened during the course of this adventure today. I got this stupid little old iPhone. Had it in Florida. I hate it. I hate it as a phone, but I don't mind it as a music player. And the reason being, I pulled it out, is it's just got a bunch of old albums on it that I like listening to. I haven't had this thing on in a while, so I was like, okay, charge up the battery, pull it out. That way I can pull that out and mess around with the settings of it and not worry about contaminating my regular phone. So that phone is in my bag, truly far away from things. If anything happens, I need it, it's there, but I don't have to deal with anything. Okay. Don't know what they're doing. They got cans over things. They're conserving. No idea. Taking care of things without pesticides, I think. No idea. But anyway, we're walking in the woods. This is the park I love walking through. I've never seen this before, but I'm not in here every day either. So yeah, where was I? No idea. I got nothing. Oh yeah, the iPhone. So I was listening to music on it, and some old albums I like, you know, like Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd, Floodland by Sisters of Mercy, Juju by Susie and the Banshees. So older albums that I've just enjoyed. And there's always been, like, as a DJ, you always pull out the tracks that are good and dancey and stuff. And you'll load up an album, like how it used to be for me, is that I didn't get albums all that often. You know, they were pricey, you know, 10 bucks, I think it was 10, 12 bucks for cassette or the CD-ROM or CD when they came out. But oh man, vinyl though, whew, those were great days too. Did that in the 70s. Not so much in the, through the 80s. I think I stopped using vinyl late 80s, got into CDs, and I just kind of never went back to vinyl. Stupidity. But when you got an album, you'd put it on a turntable, you put it in your CD player or the cassette player, and you'd listen. The whole thing. Because you just spent a good chunk of change on it, and you didn't want to not savor every second of it. And that's what I've been doing today. Listen to some of those old albums without skipping songs, just listening. Listen to the direction of the artist want to go. Just listening to it in general. You know, hearing how the songs mix together, hearing the order of the songs, hearing it go from low tempo to higher tempos, and just kind of letting the artist take me where they want it to go. And it's fun. I miss that. Because in today's age, it's just singles. Everybody just puts out singles. They may put out an album, but they don't seem to be, at least the albums that I've run across, they don't seem to have that same cohesive quality where you'd get lost into it. Especially Pink Floyd. Holy crap. Musical geniuses for sure. Guys, I was watching an interview with Alan Parsons talking about when he was working on Dark Side of the Moon and how they layered the sounds and things to make the choo-choo money sound. And the church bells, everything. Like, they didn't have samples. They didn't have that. So they were layering tracks on top of things. It's just amazing. Beautiful music too. And that's the thing, is like, I can turn that on, and in these headphones especially, just resonates so well. And I just adore it. Music feels so good listening in these headphones. So that's another thing I'm going to be doing, is just kind of getting myself lost in the music. Let's go turn. You know, I just kind of walk through the park, but I don't mind. We'll go up here a little bit more. How are we doing with the video today? I got nothing. I don't know how it's working. Can't tell. I'm not going to sweat it. I enjoy this thing. There we go. I can see my image on it again. I know it's getting kind of dark. I'm not going to adjust things. I'm not going to do anything. And we're on another busy frickin' road. Oh man. But yeah, I've like I said, I've been getting a few things for myself. I've been kind of, like I've mentioned, toying with the idea of making different content and just gaming. So the vlog is the first step in that. Cooking stuff is another thing I'm planning on getting into. So that's on the go. It's not just going to be the air cooker, it's just cook general. It's just things I like. I kind of went through the old cookbook that I have and realized that it is mostly baking. So there's not a whole lot of like savory recipes in it, which is okay. It's not the end of the world for me. I didn't realize it. I knew there was a lot of baking stuff in it, but I didn't realize how much there was. So that may be put on the back burner. I may pull off some recipes from it just to try. Some breads and cakes and that kind of stuff, because different times, different recipes, seeing how they pull together. But trying to use that in an air fryer convection oven is going to be a little different. It's a different animal to cook in. As I've been learning, I've had some great mistakes and some horrible mistakes, but everything's been edible for the most part. Sweet potato fries, those didn't turn out. Not even close. They were like sweet potato croutons. They were horrible. And that was the one thing I did not eat. They were too dry. But I've been, just playing with recipes and goofing off with stuff and enjoying cooking again, which is a nice treat. It's a good feeling. So, yeah. With that being said, I've always wanted this other channel, always wanted to do other things. I picked up a laptop for myself. Nothing terribly fancy. It's a new to me, but it's a thin and light ultrabook type of thing. Lenovo. It's got an AMD processor, 16 gigs of RAM, AMD 4500U, so it's got its own GPU. So it's like a CPU and video card all built in the same chip. Those are typically not great, but this is supposed to be better than some. 6 cores, so I'm kind of cool with that. 16 gigs of RAM, which I was like, okay, that's kind of rare for laptops, because most thing I saw was like between 4 and 8. I was like, who wants 4 gigs of RAM? I mean, it's stupid. So I picked it up, and it arrived yesterday for me. But it's a 2-in-1, so it's a fold over. It turns into a tablet, which is kind of handy, which I like. It's good for media consumption, so stuff that I want to watch and things. So when I'm editing and rendering, instead of having to turn on my big TV and everything and increase the heat in my apartment, the laptop comes over with me, lay down on my bed. I can watch. I installed some of my drawing software. Humble had a bundle. I'm trying to think. Back in October last year, I had a bunch of creator stuff in it. So it had the Corel paint and a bunch of brushes and things that kind of went along with it. And I never did anything with it because I don't like drawing with a mouse. I just can't handle it. I don't dig it at all. It just sucks for my style of creativity. But this 2-in-1 comes with a pen. So not only does it turn into a tablet, but it has a pen attached to it. And I was like, oh. So I've been goofing around with that a little bit. Having to learn how to draw with this is going to be the hurdle. Not a big thing. Like, I'm not upset. Not like it's not, oh God, what am I going to do? It's something I'm doing for myself to, take some pictures, manipulate them. I can do video editing on this thing as well. So I'm going to actually try to edit this video on it to see how well it does. Just to see, I'm not making any plans that it's going to be my end-all be-all, but I wanted to have something that, in case I do travel, when everything calms down, that I can throw my backpack. I've got this little camera, have a little laptop, and have like a miniature studio that I can, like if I'm going away for a weekend, I can just take everything I need, and like I don't have to lug a bunch of crap, like heavy camera, heavy laptop, all light. And so I also went and did a purge, and I went through my apartment and got rid of all the old technology and just posted it all online for sale. And I've had a couple people interested in it, and I had one piece already sold. So it's just a tablet that I had, like an Amazon Fire tablet that I'm not going to use. I was going to use it for media consumption, but I just hated it. Hated the interface. So I just factory reset it. I got my old laptop, which is a decent laptop. It's an i7. It's an iBuy Power laptop with a dedicated GPU. Plays video games fine. I think I played The Witcher on it. Played Hob on it. Like, it works good. But stupid thing weighs like 8 pounds. 10 pounds. Like, it's like this thick, and it's got a 17-inch monitor attached to it. So it's a beautiful piece of tech, but it's just cumbersome for wanting to throw in a backpack and go. It's decent for having, like, if you don't have a desktop and you want another one, but what am I going to do with it? I already have my desktop. I have another desktop, and I got another laptop. Like, I don't need 4 or 5 computers. So I'm like, eh. And I had some, like, little Amazon speakers that I picked up that I'm just not using. So I listed everything that I don't want, and you know, if I get what I want out of it, then it basically pays for the laptop. So I'm okay. You know, it's not the end of the world for me. So, but it's yeah, it's been an interesting couple of weeks. Purge my brain. I think that's what it was. Is like the hurricane triggered a fight or flight response in my head. So yeah, last week's video was just all over the place for me. Like, I didn't understand what was happening when I was vlogging. There was a lot of stuff happening in my head. And it was literally like the day after this whole hurricane thing went through, and my brain was just shutting down for, I have fears. And it's so simple. I have fears. And I had like over an hour of footage that I had to edit down to 20 minutes. Because apparently, that's the only things I had that was not garbage, or repeating myself. I did that a lot too. I was repeating myself endlessly. I think some of it still made its way in, but like I can't do anything about it. Your train of thought gets lost and you're gone. But this week's been better. I had 3 days off, so I've been enjoying it. You know, just kind of taking the time for myself. Took Sunday off, didn't do anything. Yesterday I went out and did a bunch of errands, played around with the new laptop, and then today I did some more stuff this morning, and then got everything ready to go out this afternoon to do this, and looking forward to getting home so that I don't have to do this heat anymore, because it is bloody hot. This is uncomfortable. Yeah, so we have heat warnings. It's so bad here today that it is, well, like I said earlier, it's like over 40 degrees, which is up around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which, you know, some places they have that all the time. My mom, where she's in the Carolinas, they get that. But this is Canada, man. We don't deal with it. Our buildings aren't geared for it. We're not made for this kind of heat. So when it gets into your apartment, it just kind of lingers. So it's like, ugh. But anyway, I think I'll end things here. So this is not the vlog I wanted to have, but it's the one we got. Next week we'll work on other stuff. We'll see how it goes. No specific plans. May go back to oratory if it's nice. I was tempted to try it today, but the heat was keeping me away. Well, and I also wanted Poutine, but that didn't happen. So anyway, I'll see you guys next week or next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.